Vancouver Island, to many, its beauty is unmatched. People travel from all parts of the world to see our rugged mountains, ancient rainforests, and varied rocky and sandy beaches. With all of this, one thing stands out: thick underbrush and dense vegetation. And this creates a huge problem in British Columbia: forest fires. And there's something that's plagued British Columbia for generations. In the 1960s, a World War II veteran named Alex Davidson wanted to make a difference. He had an idea to take ex-military planes and turn them into water bombers. In turn, he created an organization called the Flying Firemen. It would later grow to be the largest amphibious water bomber outfit in the world. In July of 1967, the Flying Firemen were called to a large forest fire on Victoria's Skirt Mountain. Alex Davidson called his friend Robert Paddy Moore, and they headed to extinguish the blaze. After dumping more than 1,000 gallons on the flames, the plane's left wingtip struck a tree. It crashed into the mountainside, then exploded, killing both pilots instantly. The best way to honor the fallen is to remember them. After learning about this story, one thought came to mind: is there anything left? We had to go find the crash site and answer that question for ourselves. Come join us on another epic adventure, and let's see what pieces of history are left to find. We live in a world of wonder, and it's up to you to find it. The path to life's mysteries is just one adventure away. Specializing in exploring Vancouver Island and beyond, we are Discover Duo. All right, Christina, what are we up to?
Well, we're currently on Bear Mountain, also known as Skirt Mountain. We're just looking for the Flying Firemen crash site.
This plane went down in the 1960s, and it was actually quite the story. It was the last big wreck after World War II that had happened, and it just totally shook the community, made national headlines.
We've also heard that there's nothing left to see and that it's impossible to get there because of houses being built in the area. But yeah, we didn't want to just believe that. We want to actually get out here ourselves and see if we can find something.
Yeah, so knowing us, I'm sure there'll be some cool stuff to find, so let's get after it. Could this be from the plane crash? Maybe it struck and things started falling out? It's hard to say. We're still bushwhacking. Christina is way down there. Look at this piece of quartz that Christina spotted. It's got all sorts of crystals. It's really cool. So funny enough, this area where this plane went down is actually a really old gold mining area, and there is some mines that I've been trying to get into over there, probably within a kilometer of where this plane went down.
Did we find anything yet?
Just this.
No, that's not what we're looking for.
I bet you were dang close.
I think we are. I'm getting a good feeling. Okay, let's keep going.
We must be getting dang close. Anytime you see an old Lucky beer can, you're probably close to something cool. And then just here, I see a rod. You can't tell me that that's not part of something. That probably would have been part of a Canso. Hard to say for sure. We were told there was nothing here. So far, we've already found one small part, and now it looks to me like we may have found the larger piece. What's that in the distance? We should check all the flaggings in the area. Oh, look at this. Look at this landing gear right here too, Christina. Wow, that's cool. Look at this. It's just growing right into a tree and just lifting right out of the ground. And then up here, there's still wires, probably from landing gear.
all sorts of parts down here.
As we started looking at all the wreckage from the plane crash, a few things came to mind. Courage, dedication, and selflessness. These are the qualities our fallen heroes possessed.
Well, that's pretty interesting. You know, a lot of these Cansos were made and used for World War II. I kind of am curious if maybe this was an old bomb bay door, because if you look at it, they had hinges here that would close. Potentially this also could have been for dropping the water, right? Because if you had a big hatch here that's sealed up here, then when this opened, all the water released. So that's also a quite likely story with this wreck here. Interesting piece here. Still see the aluminum is there. Looks like a mixture of aluminum and steel. So see how the aluminum hasn't rotted and the steel has. And then they've got kind of that zinc coating on there. Bunch more pieces in here. Part of a hinge, I'm assuming, on this piece. And then it looks like some sort of gusset. And then there would have been some of the body of the plane, I'm assuming, here. Honestly, it looks like a window molding right here. That's my best guess. You can kind of see that these hooks probably would have accepted rubber. So maybe part of a door or a window. So this would have been one of the pieces of landing gear. It's absolutely massive. Check this out. So this is where the tire would have mounted. So this is the outer bearing and the inner bearing right there. It is just huge. Really neat. And probably this would have been part of the tire. It's interesting how they're made. There's actually some piece of exhaust pipe here. It would have been from the muffler on one of the engines. It's just massive, this thing. So the sun's just setting here and this is quite the sight. There's a bunch more wreckage. Pieces all over the place here. We're already finding way more than anybody else reported. Barrel, I don't know if that was related to this massive open pit mine or the plane wreck, because I think I just found the engine. Yep. Wow, right here, oh my gosh, both of the engines. Unreal, look at that. I wish the lighting was better right now. Look at the size of that thing. Look at this, stand beside that, Christina. These are massive engines. So there's another big piece there. So these are Canso engines, they're absolutely huge. Here's another one. And you can actually see the crank sticking out of there, and there's the pistons, they're just huge. Look at the size of that. Unreal. This probably would have been right where the propeller hooks up, right here. Yeah, that would have been attached to the engine for sure. You can see actually some of the components on there. Unfreaking real. So we're just trying to make our way back up, and sure enough, here's another crazy piece. What do you guys think that would be? That's wild. The size of this spider. Unbelievable. It's the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life. Look at the size of that thing.
While learning about this tragedy definitely hit close to home. I hope this episode was able to shed some light on our local fallen heroes. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got so much epic content coming soon, and we don't want you to miss out on a thing. Thanks to all our supporters thus far, and we'll see you on the next one.
But we're not sure what kind of change it's gonna be. Retribution coming, and we may ride upon the freedom that it brings. Revolution coming. I will not live my life through someone else's eyes. I will not give my life to someone else's lies. I will not put my mind in someone else's hands. I will not give myself to someone else's plan. I will not live my life by someone else's rules.